This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Utes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Welch. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Colorado's offense will take the field first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Looking for a man, it's Salter. Grab near the marker, it's Miller. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Got it in the middle, it's Atkins. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. The give to the running back from the shotgun. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Wants to throw. It's Salter. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Colorado! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Utah Utes offense has the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this.
Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it. Oh, what a cut! Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Utes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, you know, and the second one.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utes!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he puts through the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Looking for a man. It's Salter. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Snagged in the middle, it's Miller. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Atkins. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Quick handoff. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Last year's return to prominence for Colorado was fueled by a couple of superstars, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy and giving this whole program a bolt.
They also lost Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback, so losing a lot of talent on the field, but there are a lot of eyes on this program now for obvious reasons. And because of the guy running the program, they're always recruiting extremely well. There's new talent coming in the building. Nobody can overlook Colorado anymore.
Well, it's crazy because the list of Hall of Fame coaches are incredible. I mean, you just go down the list, and I've heard that guy, heard that guy, heard that guy. And so they're starting to recruit better and get more talent. Can they solidify the line of scrimmage? That's what's been the key for Colorado. Can they be physical and tough up front?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Salter. Finds the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Looking downfield, it's Salter. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Hayden. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. A designed run for the quarterback. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Using his legs, it's Parker. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Dampier. Makes the catch, it's Parker. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Pressure coming. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Still running at the 40. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Buffaloes are on the move. Oh, he's got a chance. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Salter. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Buffs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's got him this time. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll try the run. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Utes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run the sneak for it.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The Utes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He'll pull it on the read. Past the first down marker and still running. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Turning it on. Touchdown, Colorado. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And the Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
The Utes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Back to throw, it's Salter. Gets open down the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. Caught near the sticks, it's Williams. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
To the wideout. Tackle is made at the 32-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hayden. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Buffaloes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. He's in open space downfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
That has to sting as a defense. In a third and obvious passing situation, you're going against this dual threat quarterback you know can scramble, right? You've got to have somebody at home either spying him or mirroring him, expecting that to happen. That time, the defense wasn't in the right position, and the quarterback absolutely killed them with his legs, picking up the first down.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
And the Buffaloes are threatening in the red zone. Scanning the field, it's Salter. Makes the catch. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
The Buffaloes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 7 with the grab and the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
Utah 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Utah has a back on the offense coming onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Got it behind the line. It's Parker. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on 2nd down from the 13. Catch in the middle, it's Bentley. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Back to pass, it's Dampier. They're working that left side. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They're going to run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
And the Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Utes are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Parker.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the 1st himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Unloads to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense, yet somehow, after the deflection, the offense is able to make the catch, and looky, this drive is still going.
Dropping back, it's Dampier. Finds his man, it's Bentley. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Utes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And the Utes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the first down.
To the air on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
They'll throw it from the red zone. Quickly complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Here's the pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. He slides that just inside the right upright.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting three on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Going right to work up top. Fires to the big fella. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Salter. Grabbed over the middle, it's Miller. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Miller. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They'll immediately call timeout.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Buffaloes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Running to Green.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll move the wide receiver. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Caught near the sidelines. Will pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Well, it's a good decision by the quarterback, and I know you didn't get the first down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up 4th and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
And the Utes will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. My goodness, he unloads on that one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Got his man down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Line getting set on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll run play action. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out and they show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots, and they're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Salter. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He'll sneak it. Oh, there's the ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, you want to drive a coach nuts, get in a situation where it's easy, and I just got to get a QB sneak and fall forward, and I don't take care of the football. Priority number one, mission number one, got to get that snap, got to fall forward. Big time mistake.
From the gun, to give, looking for room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Looking to throw, it's Dampier. The screen, and watch out. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. 4th down is coming.
4th down coming up.
The Utes send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. On the run, it's Welsh. Wrapped up and stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 5, and so I guess they're really right back where they started on 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. To the air, it's Salter. Zings it complete to the right. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll go to the ground. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. So the 3rd down screen just gets torn apart and they'll get nothing.
And I get it. I get a screen on 3rd down. You're expecting pressure, try to run the screen right behind it, but the defense did a really good job. You could tell they saw it, made a great individual play, breaking on the football, getting the running back on the ground.
No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. A strike downfield.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
And the Buffaloes are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. Quick spin on the run.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Buffaloes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Give to the running back. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
On the ground, it's Welch. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffs!
Number 3.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds his tight end. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Dampier. Completes it in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the 1st down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
Slithers into space. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Dampier. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Right, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Quick release on the RPO.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The Utes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Makes the grab.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
And the Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Running back searching for a hole. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Dropping back, it's Dampier. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Utah!
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Welsh. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the 4th quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well, so this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Miller. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Looking downfield, it's Salter. Pulls it in, it's Miller. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long, and on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the Buffaloes are flying down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Welch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Miller. The Buffaloes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. The give to the lone running back. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
The Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Bentley. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Great place to start for this offense. Here's the handoff. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
At the 18, brings up 4th down.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Right on the money. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Finding open areas. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. His 3rd and long from the 45. He's got it. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Dampier. Quick strike complete. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And the Utes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got it in the middle, it's Bentley. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going. To the air on 2nd down. And he
had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got him downfield. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good.
The extra point is good. That makes the score Colorado 48, Utah 24.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The handoff, keep working on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Salter. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Working on the right. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
And the Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for 6. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass.
Utah, 24.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Went to the running game on first down, now second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success, but on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Under fire. That's caught. It's Parker. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.